Hey everybody, if you're new here, how's it going? And if you're coming back, what's up? How's it going?
I hope you're doing well.
See what happens when you subscribe to my channel? You get to hear me rip off a Curtis Connor joke.
So press that subscribe button for that.
So if this is the first time you've stumbled across my channel, you might have noticed that I am
a bit of a Disney fan.
I know, shocking. And one reason why I respect the Disney company so much is because of how much they care about the environment. It's true, Disney is world renowned for recycling. Recycling their own material, that is. Yes, if you haven't been living under a rock, you might have been noticed that Disney is in the business of making live-action remakes. And there's been a bit of a buzz lately about one of their upcoming projects, a live-action version of Hercules. Now this movie is important. It marks a bit of history in my book. This is the first time ever that I've seen people get excited about a Disney remake. The live-action movies that Disney has put out have received a bit of mixed reviews. Wherever you stand on the topic of live-action remakes, it's no secret that two of the biggest draws for why people go to see them are 1, nostalgia, and 2, big-name stars. So I've decided to add my 2 cents and pitch to the internet my ideal cast for this movie. I've put together this team, this squad, this crew based on my flimsy knowledge of current Hollywood stars. On the extremely likely chance that the Disney execs are watching this, I would just like to say I went the extra mile, and not only have I prepared a main cast list, but I've also provided a group of alternates, because who doesn't need some bench warmers on the team? Just kidding, I'm just indecisive. So up first we have King of the Hill, Zeus. Pick number 1 is Jeff Briges. Fun fact, he's actually already played a godly father in a Disney movie in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where he played Ego, Peter Quill's dad. He's got just the right amount of dad vibes that I feel like he would be really good at cracking jokes like this.
You want to slow down? Work yourself to death. Work yourself to death.
My alternate is going to be Harrison Ford. Now, Harrison doesn't quite look the part, and I don't think he's all that funny. However, he is on good terms with Disney after Indiana Jones and Han Solo. So for that reason, he is my second choice. Then we have Zeus's right-hand woman, Hera. Tied for first place are Julie Andrews and Meryl Streep. Both of these ladies, they just exude the amount of elegance and class and sass required to be the Queen of Olympus. And they're both on good terms with Disney. From the mountains of Olympus to the pits of the underworld, up next we have the heat miser himself, Hades. Now my choice for this character I haven't seen come up much in the Twitter conversations I've looked at, but I feel like he's an icon for playing the tortured soul in a movie. So my number 1 pick is Joaquin Phoenix. Originally, I was nervous that Disney wouldn't hire this guy based on his very successful and not so family-friendly film, The Joker, but I do think that he could pull off this role in a very authentic but very non-threatening kind of Disney way. And if not him, I definitely think that Willem Dafoe can play a threatening child movie-like villain. You may know him from a small little movie he did back in the day called, Spider-Man, where he played Green Goblin. And if you're like me, you may still be haunted from scenes he did, like this. But what is a good Disney villain without a couple of goofy sidekicks? So Pain and Panic, come on down! I thought about what actors I know can pull off just the right amount of dweeb humor, physical comedy, and have the perfect amount of nervous, awkward energy to bring these characters to life. And I think no 2 dweebs would better portray these characters than Michael Cera and Jonah Hill. These 2 already have good on-screen chemistry, and I imagine that Disney's gonna make them like CGI characters so that they're able to do all the morphing that they do in the animated movie, and both of these actors already have voice talent. Perfect!
Hey, I was thinking, if I'm gonna be a superhero and go on awesome superhero missions like this one, can we use code names? Mine could be Robin.
Living a fantasy. There is no Easter Bunny.
There is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England.
Up next, we have Trainer to the Stars, Phil. I see no reason why Danny DeVito should not play Phil in the live-action movie. Danny voiced Phil in the animated film, and I don't think any other actor can do him justice the same way. For our leading lady Meg, two options come to mind. Number 1. Ariana Grande. Disney recently presented a show called Disney Family Sing-Along, where Ariana sang a song straight from Hercules, I Won't Say I'm in Love. Her cover has more than 4 million views and counting. And with Ariana's personal narrative and her general aesthetic and her acting chops, it seems like Ariana would be the perfect choice for the role. But I propose a different child star. For my number 1 choice for Megara, I have chosen Ariana's co-star, Liz Gillies. Much like Ariana, she also has Broadway singing and dancing training, but I think she does a better job of playing a defiant, sassy icon.
Because I don't want anyone who's cool to see me like this, but if you help me, maybe I'll like you.
Now for the star of the hour, Hercules. The biggest factors I considered when choosing Hercules is I wanted someone who's very popular with young kids and teens, can sing, and someone who can pull off a bit of a Steve Rogers effect. Because in my head, they're gonna do kind of a Captain America effect where they make young Hercules' body look really skinny with special effects, and then they kind of just show his normal body, maybe buff him up once he becomes Hercules, the real deal Hercules. So my only choice for Hercules is Riverdale star KJ Apa. He's got the skills, he's hip and happening with the kids, and he's fit enough to pull off a Hercules. But before we get to the true legends of the Hercules movie, I'm gonna go ahead and go through a little lightning round of honorable mentions. For Aphrodite, Zendaya. For Narcissus, Zac Efron. For the Fates, Leslie Jordan, Regina Hall, Steve Carell. For Hermes, Steve Buscemi. And now for the moment of gospel truth. The casting of the muses is extremely important to how popular this movie is going to get. The songs were some of the most iconic parts of the Hercules movie, so casting strong singers is a huge factor in why I chose the ladies that I did. I heard somebody mention that pretty much the muses are narrators and they are background singers to Meg. So the singers that I chose had to be okay singing backup to Ariana Grande or Liz Gillies. So you're not going to be seeing any Beyoncé's or Rihanna's on this list. So here we go. Number 1, Amber Riley. She's probably most known for her role on Glee as Mercedes, but she's also Broadway trained and is on good terms with Disney because she starred in The Little Mermaid Live. She's such a shoo-in, according to Twitter, that if she's not in the movie, the whole thing could flop. Number 2, Anika Noni Rose. Anika was the voice of Princess Tiana in the 2014 film Princess and the Frog, and it would seem a bit weird if she wasn't in this movie about gospel singing. Number 3, Cynthia Erivo. Cynthia is a Tony and Grammy Award recipient that I discovered while listening to the Color Purple soundtrack. Originally, I was worried that she was so decorated that she would probably turn down her role in the film, but I'm still gonna add her because if she is in the movie, she could bring the house down. Number 4, Kelly Rowland. She's another pick that I'm nervous would turn down the role, but her voice is just so perfect for the Muses sound. And number 5, Normani. Now Normani still hasn't dropped a solo album, so I don't know how she's gonna hold up against these powerhouse singers, but she does appeal to a younger demographic than the other lady, and can definitely do some of the acrobatic moves that the Muses do. So there you have it, that is my casting for the live-action Disney Hercules movie, to be released who knows when. And hey, if I got any of these right when the movie comes out, Disney, yo me a soda pop. Let me know what you think of my picks down in the comments below, and if you think there's something I got wrong, let me know. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, feel free to subscribe if that's what you want to do. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!